Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How are you today?
Good.
That's good. Mike, David Moore, Dallas Morning News. Parsons, will he be here today, or what's his status?
Yeah, Mike is here. Feeling much better, so he'll do everything today.
And then just off of that, you had 7 players named to the first round of the Pro Bowl yesterday. Just what that says about them and just where you are and what this season has been for you guys to have that many.
I mean, I think first off, I think it reflects the success you have as a football team. It's always great to see your players, recognized, and there's always one or two you think, you like to see also. But and that's just the nature of this, the voting process and the selection committee. But to be selected, by your peers and the impact, it has for them personally, it's awesome. And you think that the balance of, 3 on offense, 3 on defense, and 1 on special teams. So I think it reflects very much so the success of our football team and how we're built.
Did you guys do anything? I don't know, make an announcement for something, especially the first time guys like Pollard and Turpin?
Yeah, we had the team announcement. Went through each player. Had a slide for them all and make sure they were recognized by the team.
Minshew was officially announced as a starter. I know you guys have been working on both quarterbacks. Do you do even more stuff on Minshew now? Or have you done enough? I don't know what the problem.
Well, definitely. I mean, I think just once the news came across, Dan and I spoke about it, and I mean, you definitely that's the focal point. But I mean, I think obviously too, you got to wait till Jalen's rolled out of the game. Also, I mean, we all understand how this works, and just keep focused.
Mike Epstein, Yahoo Sports. How have you seen, now season almost over, regular season almost over, how have you seen CeeDee Lamb grow from week 1 till now, and how do you think this past week illustrated what he can do?
I tell you, I know when you have an opportunity and what a big deal was when we were talking about in training camp, and now CeeDee is the number 1 receiver. But what I really appreciate about CeeDee, his love for the game of football, kind of trumps everything. You never looked at him like, oh, okay, he's a 3 that's developing to a 2. And I mean, it's never been like that. So, I mean, he's always, whether he's returning punts, running the ball out of the backfield, he's always performed with a very consistent energy. So I just think really this year you're just seeing CeeDee take the next step because he was given more opportunities. But I think for a young player, he's been extremely consistent, and obviously he's had things to learn from and grow, just like any young receiver as far as getting connected to the quarterback. So that's all a natural process. But I just love the way he plays and the physicality he plays with him, especially with a smile on his face.
What kind of challenge will he face with these Philly corners and Bradbury inside?
Oh, great matchup. I mean, you got the 2 veterans and seeing all. I mean, obviously I think Slays is fine as a corner in his generation of corners. So, I mean, obviously, it's going to be a great competition. You're talking about guys that have played a lot of ball, played a lot of football in this division. So, and I think anytime you have a chance to line up for a second time, there's added things that you have to be conscientious of, and that's all why we prepare the way we prepare, and we'll be ready to go Saturday.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Outside of CeeDee, your other receivers have been kind of up and down with production. You've seen some good things from Noah, and how would you assess Gallup, Noah, and even Tolbert as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with Jalen Tolbert. I think he's a young guy that's getting better. You get to watch him every day, not only in the reps he has with the offense, but he's done some excellent things in the look team. I mean, he's had some outstanding catches, and so he's just working on all the little stuff that you have to. And I think just like anything, got players coming from college. There's a physicality and a threshold of competitiveness that you have to get over. He's done that now, so he's making progress. And really Noah. I mean, if it's but unfortunately they all count. But if you take away one play last week, we're talking about Noah Brown as a potential game ball winner for a victorious football team. So Noah does a lot of things very well for us week in and week out that don't show up on a stat sheet. And I think you just have to make sure you recognize that too. So and I think James is getting better. Remember, we haven't played a lot of football with James, and we just so we're get to see him more and more. Michael Gallup, and when I look at Michael's route tree this past week, you look at the vertical stems, probably more than we would like, and so I think we could do, a little more focus there of changing that and making sure he's getting opportunities too. So I like our receiver group.
One more on
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y.
So I'm sorry. He's doing well. Yep.
What does it say about Turpin being here basically started camp in a sense, and now he's in the Pro Bowl?
It's all coaching. I mean, I don't I mean, how do you not love Turp? I mean, I am so happy for him, and I just, just from the first day he arrived at training camp, coming off of, his USFL experience, and he's earned it. He really has, and I think it just speaks volumes about him and and John Fossil and Stu and the work that they put in with him, and a guy like C.J. Goodwin taking him under his wing, and but just a dynamic potential that just has a lot of good things in front of him. So just so proud and happy for him.
We'll go to Todd.
Mike, Todd Archer with ESPN. With Mackenzie Alexander, he's been here 3 weeks or so. How's he developed, and how big of a benefit is to have a guy that has that experience in the league available to you at this point in the season? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's definitely an asset. I think anytime players have experience, and that's the thing you can't buy in this league. Obviously every player in this league has a incredible level of talent, and but the experiences, the real game experiences is so important. But I'll just say, he's done very well, very smart. I mean, he's picked it up very well, the language, and he's a good communicator. So, but that part seems like it's that comes pretty natural to him. So, I'm glad he's here.
That it? All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.